Unless you live a life totally unaffected by pesky contraptions like mobile phones and personal computers, your virtual world may have come to a sudden halt on 5th of October 2021. In today's video, we will be looking at the breakdown that brought a good chunk of the internet to an abrupt halt and how much it may have cost Facebook. But before we spill the beans, we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest notifications from us. Now, let's begin. What exactly was the issue? To put it briefly, Facebook's systems stopped communicating with the rest of the internet. According to Cloudflare, a web infrastructure company, it was as if someone removed all the cables from their data centers at the same time and severed them from the internet. The real explanation is a bit more nuanced. Hundreds of thousands of networks make up the internet. Large corporations like Facebook have their own more extensive networks, which are referred to as autonomous systems. The backend system uses the border gateway protocol that permits computers to connect to their network when you visit Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. BGP examines all the possible paths that data could take in order to lead users to the websites they wish to visit and chooses the best one. On the 5th of October, Facebook abruptly ceased delivering the data required for the system to work. It meant that no one's computer could connect to Facebook or its other sites. The domain facebook.com was even advertised for sale by many different domain registration providers. This was made possible by automated systems that search for domain names that appear to be expired, abandoned, or just departed. There was never any reason to anticipate that Facebook.com would be sold as a result. But it's amusing to speculate on how much it may sell for on the open market. What has Facebook's response been? Facebook's apology was shared on Twitter, which was very awkward. The irony was not lost on the Twitter team and users, who took the opportunity to throw shade at Facebook. According to Mike Brooks, an analyst with Forrester Research, the incident raises concerns about Facebook's recent consolidation of its technological divisions. He claims it increased their efficiency, but warns that if one thing goes wrong, a cascading effect can occur. Similar to old-school Christmas lights, if one goes out, they all go out. Facebook has had outages in the past, but they've always been resolved within an hour or two. A longer and more disruptive blackout, such as this one, highlights the dilemma of Silicon Valley controlling so much of the world's communications. This also raises the question of whether such a big chunk of internet operation should be in the hands of a few large corporations. What is the total amount of money that Facebook has lost? On Monday, the stock market's decline reduced Zuckerberg's net worth to $121.6 billion, wiping almost $6 billion off his net worth, putting him behind Bill Gates on the Bloomberg Billionaires Index at top 5. According to the index, he is down from $140 billion in the past few weeks. As for revenue losses, the estimate is around $65 million. To get at this conclusion, we calculated that Facebook earns $970 million each month in sales, based on its $29.1 billion in revenue in the second quarter. That's approximately $313 million each day, or $13 million per hour. And the damage to Facebook's brand comes at a bad time for the company. On the 6th of October, a US Senate hearing featured a whistleblower who was accused of releasing numerous internal documents. Facebook is also under fire from authorities worldwide, who are questioning whether it's responding effectively to concerns like misinformation, hate speech, and data handling, or whether it's prioritizing growth over safety. As the whistleblower claims, impact on advertisers and small businesses. Facebook foresees such occurrences and does not charge advertisers for their ads unless particular goals are met. When people advertise, they choose whether they want to get impressions, people who view their post, or conversions, those who actually click on their post. And they only pay for those who do. So, business owners should not have lost money as a result of this. They have suffered losses due to potential revenue or a lack of people who have clicked on an ad and purchased anything. The indispensability of Facebook was felt worldwide, while Twitter and other platforms got to enjoy the spotlight in its absence. The impact inevitably trickled down to small businesses, who experienced the various severities of a social impact outage in a matter of hours. Some saw engagement and traffic fall, while others had their sales taking a hit directly correlated to their social media channels being disrupted. Facebook acknowledged the businesses that require their apps as a foundation, writing on Twitter, "To the huge community of people and businesses around the world who depend on us, we're sorry." The outage has now been resolved, but it cracked open a conversation for the businesses and owners subject to Facebook functioning. Some independent businesses are now reconsidering social media strategies and are newly awakened to the need to spread themselves across platforms, ones that run parallel to Facebook, as the breakdown has left many small business owners feeling unsure about continuing with Facebook. Take Lucy Jeffrey, owner of Bamboo Socks Retailers. "I sell bamboo socks, with 10% of the profits donated to help the animals printed on the socks. I didn't notice the outage to start with. Then I saw my sales were down. And I took a minute to check. I couldn't get on the platform. I was really annoyed to start with, but wasn't too worried. The platforms were down for ages and it was really a whole day out of sales. I don't want another day where this happens. My sales were 1/4 of what they normally are yesterday due to the outage. I am left feeling nervous at how reliant I am on the platform to do business. I may need to reconsider it. All my marketing budget goes into Facebook. I've dabbled with other platforms, but Facebook really is the most effective. I have a visual product, so other things don't work as well. I relied on the fact that it's such a big company and it won't go down for too long." What happened really left small business owners feeling quite vulnerable. Lucy isn't the only one who suffered financial losses as a result of the outage. Millions of businesses use the site to advertise or rely on sponsored postings to perform their marketing. When it goes down, they lose vital public communication channels. People can see adverts and buy directly from Instagram and Facebook, which have their own economies. It's as if all of a city's billboards and radio commercials vanished, and no one could find the businesses where the advertised things were anyway. Facebook's loss is competitors' gain. The loss of Facebook has resulted in a gain for other social media platforms. During the extended outage of Facebook's network of apps and services, downloads and user signups for Signal and Telegram, two private communication apps, skyrocketed. Millions of new users joined the Edward Snowden-backed Signal, the company announced on Twitter. According to Sensor Tower, Telegram, which functions similarly to WhatsApp, climbed 55 positions to the top of the US iPhone download ranking. Twitter's network remained up and running, with CEO Jack Dorsey endorsing Signal as a good WhatsApp alternative and reiterating Snowden's call for his followers to abandon the Facebook-owned service. According to a spokesman for the service, people were discussing the outage in tens of thousands of rooms on the audio chat app Clubhouse, who added that all of the site's key indicators had risen. "If you ask us, another outage like this anytime soon might put Facebook in a seriously vulnerable position indeed." This brings our video to an end. We hope you liked it. What was the impact of the Facebook blackout on your life? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video. Ciao.